rotate device back. Alright, sorry guys, let me just try to adjust this. Oops. Gonna translate the manga Kaiju 8号. Let me see. Okay. Let's see. Oh. Sorry. Might take a little bit to adjust. Please bear with me. Alright, so of course manga is something that so many people enjoy, and there's so many stuff we can learn from. So today, what we're gonna do, we're gonna read Kaiju 8号 together. Kaiju 8号. Let's see. Is this okay? All right. Okay, this should be fine. All right. I'm not sure if any of you watch Kaiju 8号 or read Kaiju 8号. I recently started reading and watching. I like it. It's good. It's pretty new manga or anime, so I thought it's good to read together, and then since I teach Japanese, I can explain what it means, So with this, I did buy this book, just to let you know. I bought it online legally. I'm gonna read together with you, and then I will explain what it means, okay? So let's see how many pages we can go through. It is a lot of material, and I do tend to explain in detail, so I'm not sure. Sometimes I can take an hour just to explain like a couple pages, so we'll see. Okay, so with this, let's start with the title, Kaiju 8号. Let me know if you have a question anytime. Just ask me on the comment, okay? Let's start with the title, Kaiju 8号. This one is Kai. Let me just okay, Kaiju 8号. Kai, first of all, this kanji kai. Kai is the Chinese reading, onyomi. Onyomi Chinese reading is kai. Kunyomi Japanese reading is ayashi. And then this kanji covers two of these, aya, and then you need shi at the end. E adjective, ayashi. Ayashi basically means sketchy, when someone is looking sketchy, 怪しい. So, for example, like when a suspicious person is walking around your house, you can say 怪しい人が, for example, 歩いている. 怪しい, suspicious, sketchy. Okay? So, sketchy, 10, this second kanji, it's a little bit difficult to write. Yeah. Together with 怪しい, Chinese reading again, 怪. Suspicious beast or sketchy beast is the literal meaning. With that, kaiju basically means monster. Some of you might have heard of yokai. Yokai. Yokai, some, text, some also translate this as monsters. This one is a little bit different. Yokai. What was the kanji for yo? Sorry, let me just okay. Standard keyboard. Oops. Well, I'm sorry. I'll just. Okay, I'm already taking too long time just covering the first page, the title. But yokai, some people also translate this as monster. Yokai is more like spiritual. I would say spiritual monster, or like, monsters that came from Shintoism or Japanese origin monsters. So I would say kaiju is more like a little bit more of the typical monsters that people think in Western way. Yokai is a little bit more Japanese way of monster. Yokai, for example, Natsume Yujincho, the book of friends. Natsume's book of friends of monsters. I forgot the English name, but yeah, yokai has more depth in it usually because it's related to more of a spiritual aspect. So with that, kaiju, it's more superficial meaning of monster. Hachi go, this counter go. This counter go is used typically for room number, like apartment number. Like if your apartment is 101, we say 101号. So this is used, go is used to count rooms or some machines or like, robots, So with this, you can tell that the literal meaning of the title Kaiju Hachigo, eighth monster, I guess is the literal meaning. Hi, Matsumoto Naoya is the author's name. Jump. Okay, with that, without further ado, let's move on to first page. Okay. Kaiju Taikoku. Kaiju Taikoku. Tai, big country. So Taikoku, big country for kaiju monsters. So this one basically, a country that's known for lots of monsters is how you can translate Nihon. その発生率。発生率。発生, this first kanji, 発生する. Occur, happen. 率, this 率 is basically percentage, the rate of occurrence. は世界でも指折りである。世界 in the world. Even in the world. Let me just make it a little bit smaller. Okay. The rate of monsters happening or occurring or being born は even in the world. 指折り。はい。指 means fingers. 折り comes from the verb 折る to fold. So 指を折る I mean, it could mean to break one's finger or just folding finger. 指を折る folding. What does this mean? 指折り This is a good one. Some people use it. So when you think about folding fingers, right? When do we fold fingers? Many times when we're counting, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? When we're counting, we fold fingers. So with that, what this means is 指折り usually top 5. It's the kaiju monsters occur in Japan so often that Japan is one of the top 5 country that has monsters. Okay? はい。繰り返します。So this is an announcement, being made in the city. 繰り返します。繰り返す is to repeat. So the announcement is saying, I'll repeat. 神奈川県、神奈川 prefecture 県、神奈川 prefecture、横浜市、横浜 city に怪獣が発生しています。Again, 発生する occur, happen. So in this one, being born, right? So I guess this one, you can translate as I repeat. In Yokohama City, Kanagawa Prefecture, monster has been born, has occurred. Okay? はい。周辺地域の住民は直ちに命を守る行動をとってください。周辺 means surrounding, neighborhood. 地域 region, 地域の住民 residents は so residents around this area は直ちに直ち immediately 直ちに命を守る命 your life を守る protect 行動 this kanji, first kanji is the kanji for iku, to go. Do, second kanji is to move, ugoku. Together, go and move. Together, kodo. Kodo means behavior. Sorry, my handwriting is really bad. So, with that, those residents who live in this area immediately please take 取ってください 取る to take please right please take an action or behavior that protect your life. So basically run away is what the announcement is saying. Gura onomatopoeia. Usually gura is used when you're like moving to the side. In this one, I is moving to the side. Zoom, I guess explosion or something. Not explosion. I think monster is just being there. Okay. はい。フォルティチュードは6。発生波による津波の心配はありません。Fortitude. The gauge of, how bad the situation is with the monster is 6. So far, I don't know how bad this is. Number 6, let me know if anyone knows. は6. 発生波。はい。発生 again, occurrence. 波 this kanji, the kunyomi is nami. Japanese reading is nami, meaning wave. So this wave of occurrence. So I guess from here you can tell that when a monster comes up or is born or, appear, I guess it kind of creates a wave in the surrounding, right? So with the 発生波による津波 This is 津波の心配はありません。Okay, so with that, 心配 is worry. So the concern of tsunami based on the wave that happens when monster appears はありません。Meaning, you don't need to worry about tsunami because of this monster coming up. Okay. It's a huge monster. はい。So far, pretty interesting, right? Okay. 周辺地域の住民は again 周辺 surrounding region の住民 residents は wait sorry again no I thought I was just repeating the same page, but this is different. This one is just announcement repeating the same thing. Please protect your life, right? But then the announcement just it's like tadaima, just right now, tadaima. I know, when I say tadaima, people might think of the greeting, one of the greetings, right? When you come home, you say tadaima, right? It's the same tadaima. Literal meaning of tadaima is just right now. Right now is the literal meaning of tadaima. Then how come tadaima could mean I'm home, right? Well, back in the old days, tadaima wasn't just an idiom or greeting. People would say tadaima modorimashita, for example. Right now, I came back, modorimashita. And then, that phrase just got shortened and then was abbreviated to just be tadaima. Yeah. So with that, today, when you just say tadaima, it could mean I'm home, or when you hear tadaima in different contexts, when you're not like coming home, like here, obviously you're not coming home, you will translate this as right now. So ただいま入った、入る、come in, 情報です。情報 means information. So, we got an information. We got an information right now. はい。たった今、just now. 怪獣が monster is だったった。はい。怪獣が討伐された模様です。討伐。討伐 is to eliminate. In this case, eliminating this monster. 討伐された passive form. 討伐する is to eliminate. Passive form to be, in this case, eliminated. する passive form is される。された past tense. 模様。And 模様 literal meaning is pattern. Pattern, like for example, 私の猫の模様はすごいかわいい。The pattern of my cat is really cute. So 模様 can be just used as pattern, but then in some situation, 模様 can mean situation. So obviously, this meaning situation is being used in this context. So with that, you can translate it as it looks like. It looks like the monster has been eliminated. はい、ピク is when you're just shaking a little bit, like trembling. So I guess I'm assuming this person just beat the monster and just, and then it's shaking a little bit before it, finally dies. Okay. うはー is like when you're surprised. うはー派手にぶちまけやがって。派手。派手 is flashy. 派手に changing 派手 into an adverb. ぶちまける。ぶちまける。ぶちまけやがる。So this one is a little bit difficult. Japanese. Let me explain. Verb stem verb stem meaning mass form and take off mass, right? Plus yagaru. You might hear this usually many times in manga. Is for someone does something and you don't like that. I'll explain. So, for example, let's say your friend or roommate or whoever, right? Let's say you have a pet. Let's say you have neko-chan, right? And then let's say your roommate is a terrible person. Your roommate unfortunately hit your cat, naguru. In this case, you can say ルームメイトが私の猫を殴った。My roommate punched my cat, right? If you want to add a connotation that you really hated that, like my roommate hit my cat and I didn't like that, then you can add this yagaru. So with this, naguri verb stem, naguri yagatta. 私のルームメイトが私の猫を殴りやがった。So that's one way to, kind of complain, to imply that you really didn't like what someone did and you're complaining about it. So with this, whoa, shit. 派手にぶちまける。What this person is connecting the yagaru with is ぶちまける。ぶちまける is to spread or spill. So, shit, she spilled whatever it is, in this case, the monster, after she, eliminated monster in a really, flashy way, meaning it looks so messy, basically. So with that, one way to translate is like, shit, she didn't think about killing the monster in a clean way. I guess that's one way, right? Okay. これはしばらく残業だな。はい。こりゃ This is a good thing to know. こりゃ I think you'll hear a lot in manga, anime, these stuff. こりゃ is casual version of これは. Yeah, これは when you try to say fast, こりゃしばらく for a while, 残業だな。残業 overtime work だな。So with this, you can translate as shit, we're gonna have some overtime work today, right? So I guess, this team is the team to clean the mess after monsters die. So that's why they're lamenting. And then, よし、行くぞ. Yosh comes from the adjective いい. As many of you might know. Oops. いい. The original form is 良い. Yoshi is the noun version. So literal meaning is good. But in this case, when you're saying yosh at the beginning of a sentence, you can translate as alright. Like when you want to say, here, 行くぞ, alright, let's go, is how you can translate. Alright, let's go. 行くぞ. Hey, alright. Okay. はい。怪獣の討伐に成功した。Okay, let me read it again. 怪獣の討伐。elimination に成功した。成功する is to succeed. Past tense. 成功した。第3部隊の面々が 市民に拍手によって送られています。Okay, so this one is using noun qualifying sentence, meaning this one, 第三部隊の面々。第三, third, this first kanji 第 adds an order, meaning like first, second, third, this kind of order. So 第三, third. 第三部隊 group of army. Not men. Men on its own. Men means face. So men, the second kanji repeats the kanji, the previous kanji. So men, faces. The faces of the third group, troop, meaning people, basically, right? People of the third troop is the noun. This one is connected with this first sentence here, 成功した using the noun qualified sentence, meaning the people from the third troop who succeeded in eliminating the monster が市民 citizens に拍手 clap or applaud によって is basically by clapping に送られています。送られる using the passive form 送る is the normal 送る is to send being sent as passive form, meaning they're being welcomed. So these people from the third troop who succeeded in eliminating the monster are being welcomed by the citizen with an applause. So people are really happy that they killed a monster. Again, back to announcement. 繰り返します。I'm gonna repeat again. 本日発生した。Okay. 本日, this is a good word to know. 本日. I guess let me change to red. This might be better. 本日 is a formal way of saying 今日, today. Today, 発生した again 発生する when something is being born or occurs. Kaiju. The monster who appeared today は討伐されました。Again, this one is using the passive form. Was eliminated. はい。So, I'll repeat again. The monster who, the monster that, appeared today has been eliminated. 被災地の皆さん。被災 is, 災 comes from 災害. Sorry,災害 means, what is it like? Accidents, like tsunami, earthquake, these stuff, natural disaster, right? So like disaster, 被る this first kanji is 被る So the place that received a disaster, not 皆さん people who are in the affected area は引き続き please continue 余重にご注意ください。余重 this one is probably a new word. It's not an official Japanese word. But by knowing the kanji, you get the meaning. Yo. This yo. Japanese reading is amaru. Amaru. To something remains or remaining. So with that, this is connected to this kanji, monster. So the remaining monster. So with this context, I can assume that there are some, whenever big monsters, appear, some, other small monsters also appear at the same time. So with that, 余重にご注意ください. please be careful about the remaining monsters. 引き続き please continue to be careful about the remaining monsters. Again, 繰り返します. I'll repeat. Again, this one is just announcement to the city. Yeah. Onomatopoeia is really important in manga, so I'll, make sure to read the onomatopoeia too. Ga, 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 ga. So this one, you can see ga, 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 ga. I'm assuming like something is being shot at this person. Ga, 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 ga. Bisha. Bisha is when something is like spilled. When you spill, for example, a cup of coffee on the floor, bisha. Yeah. So I'm guessing like blood is being spilled. Bisha. Okay. Oh, okay. With this context, I now understand that, these group, right? The group of these guys, they are in charge of cleaning the mess after monsters are being eliminated. So I'm assuming this guy is using a machine to try to clean up the mess. Ga, 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 ga. The machine sound. And then, ダメだ. It's no good. It's no good. ダメだ. 骨が硬くて切れん. 骨 is bone. 硬くて. Actually, let me just change the pen to this one so that you can see better. Okay. 骨が硬くて. 硬い means hard or stiff. The bones are too hard. 切れん. This is important to know. In casual situation, can mean negative night. Whatever verb negative, in casual form, you can replace night with just So with that, what this means is, I cannot cut. Kiru is to cut. So, shit is no good. The bones are too hard. I can't cut it. Okay. Hibino Kafka. Interesting name. It's definitely not a Japanese name. Maybe that's why it's in katakana. こっちにヒートチェーンソーを頼む. はい、こっち is also another important word. We have lots of kosoado words, right? Kosoado, like, for example, the most famous one maybe is when you add ko, right? Koko means here, soko means there. For here, you have to add so. Asoko means over there, and doko means where. So, kosoado, just to briefly explain, ko is the closest to you. So is a bit far from the closest, but still close enough. And then a is everywhere else, meaning far away. Do is when you're asking question. This is just concept as of right now, okay? These are not actual words in Japanese. For now, just keep in mind that ko is somewhere that's really the closest to you, so a bit far away. A further away, do for question. Based on what you combine with here, you have many variations of words. So for example, when you combine kosoado with ko, memorize this ko as a place. So that's why koko, close place meaning here, soko there, asoko over there, and then doko where as a question. We have many variations of kosoado, and small tsu plus chi is another combination you can have. Small tsu and chi, memorize this as a direction. So with that, kochi means this way. Sochi, that way. That's a little bit closer. Hachi, that way over there. Dochi, which way. Okay? So, of course, instead of memorizing these actual words here separately or individually, my recommendation all the time is to understand the concept of this kosoado in terms of proximity from where you are, and memorize the what you combine with. Then you don't need to individually or blindly memorize these. Just by combining, you can expand your, vocab by a lot easily. So with that, こっちに this way, right? This way に heat chainsaw, heat chainsaw を頼む. Please give me the heat chainsaw this way. あ、それはまだ吊り下げちゃダメだ。下手に刺激すると。それはまだ still. Let me just change a little bit. Okay. 吊り下げちゃダメだ。吊る is to hang. 下げる hang it down. 下げちゃ this ちゃ is casual form of 手は。下げてはダメだ。You can't hang that yet. I think I'm assuming he's saying, hey, you can't hang that monster yet. I think the other coworker thought that, this maybe remaining of a monster or a different monster already dead. So that's why this person was trying to get rid of it. But then he knew that it's still either alive or it might react. So that's why, hey, don't hang that yet. 下手に刺激すると if you stimulate like unnecessarily 下手に 下手 literally means not good at, but in this case when you change 下手 into an adverb by adding に you can translate this as unnecessarily. So if you this to, it's not the and to, the particle, it's not that, but it's the if to. We have many different ways to say if. Where did it go? Okay. So with that, how to translate? Oh, don't hang that yet. If you stimulate that unnecessarily, ... While him still trying to explain, I guess it reacted, right? Yeah, it's still, I guess alive, because still like trembling or vibrating. And then basha. Basha is onomatopoeia for when something is splashed or spilled. So I guess from that remnant of a monster, some liquid came out. Wow! Screaming. はい。すべてが終わった後に。すべて is a formal way to say 全部。全部 is everything. 全部が終わった後に。After everything was done. 大丈夫か? Are you okay? 人知れず俺たちの戦いは始まる。人知れず this ず important thing to know. This is from older Japanese. ず traditionally means negative ない。人知れない。So people 人 without knowing 俺たちの戦いは始まる。俺 is I, masculine I. 俺たち makes it plural. So our 戦い battle 始まる begins. So 人知れず、maybe one good way to translate is behind the scenes. Behind the scenes is when our battle begins, because the protagonist and this group, they are in charge of cleaning the mess, not to eliminate the monsters. Those are the other groups who get the attention, right? Because earlier we saw how this group who are in charge of getting rid of the monsters are getting applauded and everything, right? They are on the spotlight all the time. And it's after they leave is when this protagonist and his team start working to basically clean the mess. So that's why it says Here, after everything is done, すべてが終わった後に after everything is done, behind the scenes, our battle begins. Okay? はい。So this guy who got splashed on from the remnant of a monster, 痛い comes from the E adjective, 痛い, painful. ju, yeah, this onomatopoeia, ju, maybe, you can tell. Ju is when something is burning. So I'm assuming it's like an acid or something from the remnant of a monster. The liquid is burning his skin, making the sound ju. It does look really painful. こっちだ, again, こっち, this way. Hey, this way. Tanka, 早く. Tanka is that the portable bed. I don't know how to call it in English. Let me know if you know. But that small, simple bed to carry people, injured people. 早く. Bring it right away. Okay. はい。Yappa. This yappa is important. It's good to know. Yappa comes from yappari. Yappari. And many young people, they, take off the ri and just say yappa. Yappari means as expected. So for example, if I say like, when you come to Japan and eat sushi and it's so good, right? You can say yappari sushi wa oishii. As expected, sushi is so good, right? Yappa as expected. 第三部隊, the third troop の現場. Genba is the actual scene. 現場は荒れてて, 荒れる is when something, a place is messy. 荒れていて, 危ねえな. 危ねえ, ne is also another way to mean negative, ない. 危ない. So it's dangerous. As expected, the actual scene after the third troop is messy and is dangerous. 臓器の見分けがつきづらい. 臓器 organs. 臓器 is organ. の見分け. 見 is 見る, right? To look. 分け is to divide. So look and divide meaning to distinguish. So distinguishing the organs つきづらい. It's difficult to distinguish the organs. I think that, I guess depending on what organ they're trying to clean, they have to change how they clean. Yeah. 拍手 clap or applaud. Ya is a particle that gives, it's similar to to and, but ya specifically gives the connotation that you are listing stuff as examples. Okay, so it's good to translate ya as things like, again, just listing things as examples. So with that, what is this not announcement, but like this narration, right? 拍手 applaud や感謝の言葉。感謝は appreciation の言葉 words. Words of appreciation. とは無縁。無縁。無 is none. You can stick 無 with many nouns to mean none or like un. En is relation, like relationship. So with that, combined with non-relation, meaning not related or far away from. So with that, how you can translate this is we are far away from things like having words of appreciation or applaud. Again, the protagonist and his team are their job is just to clean the mess. So it's completely behind the scene. They don't fight the boss, not boss, like monsters and stuff. So behind the scene work. 日の当たらない怪獣との戦いである。Yeah, same thing. Sunlight. 日が当たる。当たる is, literal meaning is hit. So when sunlight hits, meaning being on the spotlight. 当たらない we are not on the spotlight. 怪獣との戦い。A battle, 戦い is battle with monsters. である。である is a formal way of saying this. So this in English can be, it's a battle with monsters that are behind the scene. Explaining about their job. Again, their job is just to clean the mess. しかしこれ just emphasizing but. しかし is a formal way of but, like demo. But this, マジで今週中に終わるのかよ。マジで。マジ is a good word, popular word that people use. Real. That's why マジで really. マジで今週中 今週 means this week. By adding this kanji 中 which means within or inside, right? With the within this week に終わるのかよ。This no is the this grammar point. This one is a little bit difficult to explain at this, with this time, limited time. But basically, it just adds, it makes whatever you're saying sound softer. So with this, can we really finish this within this week? That's what he's trying to say. It is a huge mess, right? Okay. Whoa, it's a huge monster. Looks like a fish. Right. Okay, カフカ、持ち場変更だ。こっちで牽引が出た。持ち場、持つ is to hold. 場 place. Holding place meaning the place where you're in charge of. 変更 change. Change of place for you. こっち here, this way, right? こっちで here, こっちで欠員欠 means lack in person. So someone, I guess, didn't come to work. So this guy's saying, hey, Kafka, I'm going to change where you're going to work out. Here, we don't have enough people. Okay? And then he's like, どこです? Where is it? And then he says, 腸だ. 腸. Right? 腸 means intestine. Intestine. 腸. He obviously looks really shocked. And then he says, 嫌だ. I don't want to. 嫌だ. I don't want to do that. And then this coworker says, ご愁傷. ご愁傷様 is, what is it? I give your condolences, right? When someone passes away, this is the phrase that people use typically. So basically this you can translate in as rip. Rip, because he also knows that, cleaning intestine is bad. I mean, you can imagine, like, going inside someone's intestine, in this case, monster. I would assume it's so stinky and stuff. はい、すでに already 許可 is permission は取ってある。取ってある。This one, テフォン plus ある to mean something has been done already in advance. So permission has been taken, meaning I already got the permission. 行くぞ. Hey, let's go. Dragging him. Okay. 噂には聞きますけど。噂 rumor. 噂には聞きますけど。 I hear is rumor. 超作業. Sagyo is work. So work at an intestine. で、やっぱ again, やっぱり as expected. きついんですか? きつい is a good e adjective to know. きつい means tough. Basically 大変. More like young people use きつい to mean 大変 tough. So I hear in rumors, but is working at someone's intestine, monster's intestine, is it really tough, as I assume, right? 腸の中に何があるか考えりゃわかるっしょ。腸の中に inside the intestine 何があるか考えりゃ this りゃ is short version 考えたら or 考えれば both meaning if. So if you think about 考える is to think. If you think about what's inside the intestine, you would understand. わかるっしょ. This しょ comes from でしょう meaning probably. You can probably understand when you think about what's inside the intestine. Right? So again, like I said, I assume it's stinky and everything. So, はい、とりあえず as for now, あれやった日にゃ、あれ is that thing. あれ is one of the こそあど combination. Here, こそあど right? ここそこ、あそこどこ。れ memorize it as a thing. So, これ this thing, それ that thing, あれ that thing over there, どれ which thing. So with that, あれ means that or that thing. Going back to this. Here, とりあえず for now, あれやった日にゃ。あれやった、やる the verb やる is a casual, more rougher version of the verb する to do. The day when you did that, meaning cleaning the intestine. にゃ is casual version of には. The particle ni and the particle wa. So this one basically means, for now, you can think when you do that, meaning cleaning the intestine, dot dot dot, voe. So usually doesn't take the dots, but katakana words we do have the with dots. When you put dots to it will become a V sound. So voe is how you have to pronounce this. So this one is the sound of, I think, the protagonist puking because he's inside a monster's intestine that's really stinky and gross. Okay. はい。自主規制。規制 is to restrict. 自主 on our own. So with that, this one you can translate as censored. So that's why you can see the censored images, right? はい。おい、hey, スーツの中に履くとえらいことになるぞ。はい。スーツの中。So this uniform. Inside the suit. 履く。履く is to vomit. This to is not the and to, it's the if to. If you puke inside the suit, えらいことになるぞ。えらい。えらい is another e adjective that's, a little bit confusing. えらい can mean great in terms of like when you do something great. えらい、えらい. Or you can use えらい in a little bit like great in terms of scale, great scale. So えらいこと great thing になる it will become great thing, implying that something terrible will happen if you puke inside your suit. I can only assume. I mean, I think you can also assume that the suit is really covered, so that none of the stuff from the monster will go inside the suit, right? So if you puke inside the suit, of course, it's gonna even stink more and everything. Okay, psha, psha is onomatopoeia when you're here, like releasing something. Psha. He's crying after puking inside the suit. しばらく for a while. 飯は食えんわな. Meshi is a really rough or casual way to say ご飯 meal. 飯は食えん. Yeah, this is another interesting thing. Yes, this kanji, usually we do pronounce it as 食べる,食べる. We do have another kanji. Add the kanji for mouth to the left of the kanji of 食べる. And this is 食う. 食う. This is also eat, but in a rough way. Meaning like, like gangster. Oh, Butterfingers, hi. Sorry, I'm not sure if sometimes I miss some comments, so. All right. So 食う is to eat in a rough way compared to 食べる. But sometimes some authors would try to, just use the normal 食べる kanji to mean 食う. So you can only tell how to pronounce this kanji by looking at the conjugation here. Right? Because it's 食うas an u adjective. The negative is 食え. Well, normal negative is 食わない. I don't eat. 食え comes from the potential form, cannot eat. The again, can mean ない, the negative ない. 食えない, cannot eat. はな, this wa is also basically like the suffix よ. So, with that, you won't be able to eat for a while when you puke inside your suit. That's what this guy is trying to say. Okay. All right. The work is done. 疲れた. I'm tired. ボサ. When you just jump and land on the bed, ボサ. まだ鼻の奥に匂いが. Still, 鼻 nose の奥 in the back of my nose に匂い is smell. There's still smell in the back of my nose. Ooh. I guess that was really gross. Hi, and then news. On the news, it says 今日は第3部隊の特集です。特集 special collection meaning featuring. Today we are featuring the 3rd troop. So again, those people who are always on the spotlight, those people who actually do the killing of monsters. Again, 本日, formal way to say today. 本日見事に, 見事 is like well done. By adding に, making it into an adverb connected to a verb. 討伐を果たす to complete elimination of a monster. 下、防衛隊第3部隊。防衛 means defense group, troop. The 3rd troop of defense. その隊員たち。はい。隊 is group member. たち makes it plural. Those group members をまとめ上げているのが隊長の足路皆さん。はい。まとめる to summarize or to be in charge of. まとめ上げる. まとめ上げる. This one, by adding the 上げる, it adds the connotation that she's, managing her group well まとめ上げる、まとめ上げているのが隊長のashiro minasan. This is ashiro minasan, the group leader ashiro minasan, who is leading those group members. 27歳の若さにしてすでに討伐した怪獣の数は数百にも及びます。27歳の若さ youth at the youth of 27 years old にしてすでに already 討伐した怪獣の数 the number of monsters that she has already eliminated with how young she is 27 years old は数百にも及びます。This 数 is good to know. This kanji, Japanese reading, kunyomi, is kazu. Kazu is a noun, it means number. Oops, number, kazu. You can use this kanji to use as a verb. Kazoeru. Kazoeru is to count. So with that, you can tell that this kanji has something to do with numbers in general, right? So when you add, here, let me explain here. Number plus counter is how we usually, use numbers and stuff. For example, like counter hiki is for small animals. So if you want to say, I have 2 cats, 2匹 2匹の猫がいる I have 2 cats, right? If you, to the place where you put usually numbers, instead of putting an actual number, if you put su, again that kanji, that means number. If you put su to where you usually put number, it means a couple. So for example, again, hiki is the counter for small animals. So if I say neko ga 数匹いる this would mean I have a couple cats. Okay? Going back to here. 数百 a couple hundred, right? Because 100 means 100. So with that, に及ぶ it reaches. So with that, translating this sentence here. With how young she is, with the age of 27, the number of monsters that she has already eliminated reaches a couple hundred. Okay? その容姿も相まって人気は全体長の中でもトップクラス。容姿 appearance も相まって together with its appearance 人気 popularity は全隊長 means the group leader. All of the group 全 means all. So の中で within all of the group leaders top class トップクラス together with her great appearance. I guess she looks really beautiful. She is top class among all of the group leaders. 未来の師団長候補と目されています。はい、目 this is the kanji for 目 I, but when this kanji is being used as a verb, 目する estimated, される right, passive form. It's been estimated or it's been assumed that she'll be the 未来 future, the future top leader, 師団長候補 is candidate. She's been seen as the future candidate of the top leader. So the protagonist looking at, watching the TV news, talking about this this person. He reminisces this memory of him with her when they were in elementary school. Why? Because they are wearing they have the landosel. Landosel is the special backpack for elementary school kids. 二人で怪獣を全滅させよう。Together with both together, 怪獣 monsters を全滅 to extinguish all させよう。Let's eliminate all the monsters together with both of us. Is, I guess, what they promised each other. But then today, going back to the reality, なんでこっち側にいるんだろう俺。なんで why こっち again this way こっち側 this side 側 means side にいるんだろうis omitted. So だろう is like I wonder why I'm on this side, meaning he's on the side of cleaning the mess after the group eliminate monsters. So when they were kids, they promised that they would be in a team together to eliminate monsters, but after a decade or so, he finds himself being in a different group, not in a group where they, eliminate monsters, but he's in a group where he's just a cleaner. So he looks depressed. Why am I on this side? Just watching his friend on the TV. And then he realizes he, comes back to the reality, right? And then bofu, he goes back to the bed, bofu. Da, I guess whenever he's stressed or annoyed, he just says da. 考えるな, don't think about it, 俺. Usually this should be small too, but yeah, 俺. Don't think about it, me. Just telling himself not to think about it too much. 清掃だって 清掃 means cleaning in a formal way. Even 清掃人の役に立つ役に立つ means to be useful. 人の役に立つ to be useful for people. 大事な仕事だ important job. Even cleaning is an important job that is helpful for people. はい。立派な部屋に住んで好きなもん食えてる。立派な splendid or nice 部屋 room に住んで I'm living in a nice room 好きなもん it's casual way of もの things that I like を食えてる again using this kanji the 食う rougher way to say eat potential form here 食えてる so I'm being able to eat what I like living in a nice room. So he's just, like, I guess, trying to think positively about his life. And then, それで十分じゃないか。それ, that one of the combinations of koso other words, that thing, meaning the fact that, he's cleaning, his job is to clean the mess of monsters. 十分. Yes, this one is important. When you see these two kanjis without context, yes, it is 10分. 10分, 10 minutes is how, you would translate without context. But this one, of course, it could mean 10 minutes, but we do have another word, 十分, meaning enough. Like good enough. 十分じゃないか. Ne is rougher, casual way to say ない. 十分じゃない. it's not enough. Ka. This one is a rhetorical question, meaning, isn't it good enough with what I'm doing? Meaning, cleaning the mess of monsters. So again, just, encouraging himself, trying to think positively. Okay, nice. 1 hour and 10 minutes, and we were able to cover how many pages? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, 15 pages in 1 hour and 10 minutes. That's pretty good, I think. Okay, I guess we'll end it here for today. And then whenever I can, I'll continue to translate. So if you liked it, please subscribe. And if you want to learn Japanese, stay tuned. My channel, I teach Japanese, and I also teach a lot of Japanese cultural stuff. So stay with me, and let me know if there's any manga or anime that you want me to translate to learn Japanese from. So with that, thank you so much. Thank you all the time for supporting, and I'll see you soon. バイバイ。バイバイ。